Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to review this peated single malt GLEN MARNOCH from Aldi and see how it stacks up really. So this is, I don't think it's quite as readily as available as the three core ones you get from Aldi. You've got a Speyside, an Islay and a Highlands, they do, don't they, in their range. I've reviewed one of theirs before. But I wanted to get my hands on the peated ones to see how it compared to some of the cast strength ones that I've got. So I got this. It was over, I think it was over Father's Day weekend or the run up to it, and it was down to about £17. So usually comes in about £18–19, but there was a bit of a discount on it. So again, presented in this really rather nice premium for the price. This tub, this tube here, which I kind of like, and gives it, as I say, gives that sort of premium feel. So we'll see what the whiskey tastes like in a minute. But what's it say about it? It's matured in oak casks, signature maturation, which this will be 3 years old, won't it? No more than that. Obviously, it has to be. And so it says strictly limited release. Well, we'll read into that what we wish, but certainly I haven't seen it as readily available. There are only 2 bottles of this left in store, so this stuff probably goes off the shelves quite quickly. Let's talk about the tasting room. Notes that part the aroma, pleasing malty, smoky bacon, aniseed and lemongrass. Okay. Taste, big body, oily, and building peat smoke, meaty and spicy. Finish, peat smoke fingers and pleasing weight. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see how long this stays on the palate and how long it lingers for. So I'm going to get this open and let's have a look at the bottle first of all. The as you can say, the tube, so nicely presented, it works well. Now the colour, yeah, there's definitely, I would say, definitely colouring in there, I would imagine, in my humble opinion on my whiskey journey. But it's, what's it say now, I know there's divided opinion on these awards, but this has got the gold, so 2023 International Spirits Challenge gold. I'm not too sure if that's an industry gold standard, but I'll look more into that. I'm sure people who watch this channel will know all about that and the degrees of authenticity and what that actually means. But certainly I know they've won awards for their malted whiskey, haven't they, Aldi? So as has Lidl as well. So for the price, what we're talking about, £17, alcohol 40%, so as you'd expect. And as I said, this is the limited edition. So what's it say about the exclusively crafted in the Highlands? Single malt whiskey has been matured in oak casks for unsurpassed flavour and complexity. Okay, well, we'll see. I'll get this open and we'll see how it tastes. Get the foil off, which is, I'll just show you there, the wrapping on it's nicely presented, that as well. It's got a thistle on it, so it gives all that the right imagery. So there you go, let's get my chair down and enjoy this. As I say, look at the colour of that. That is, I would say, it's definitely got some colour in there. And we'll just let that stand for a moment. So what does it say? Yeah, peated single malt, and some advice about knowing your limits, obviously. But I'm interested to see what it tastes like in comparison to the other GLEN MARNOCH that I got and see how smoky it is. So just put that over there. You can see that in shot. I'll switch this off and just leave it to stand for about 5 or 6 minutes, and add a little bit of water in just to take the edge off it a bit. But I'll just put a spot of water in it. Now this will be, I would imagine, this will be chilled filtered. It doesn't say. Let me have a look on the side of the bottle. If it says anything about that. Doesn't mention it. No, doesn't tell you. Unless I'm missing it out. Strictly limited edition. GLEN MARNOCH peated. Talks about, I've just mentioned the tasting notes, haven't I? And so It's been lovingly matured. It'll be 3 years. Handcrafted American oak casks for surpassed flavour and complexity. Well, we'll see how we get on with that, won't we? So, right, so I'll let it stand for a while, and we'll see what it's tasting. Yeah, so straight away you can smell that medicinal smell on the nose, and that's the peat, isn't it? And I had a Lefroy the other week, and definitely you can tell the peat's there, can't you? Now some people might not like that, and I have been, people say medicinal, but to me it smells like plasters. But plasters you put on your finger on a cut, but once you know what it is, it's kind of less off-putting, isn't it? So it's round. It's not. There's no harshness. There's no nastiness about the smell there. So it says malty. So what's it say? Pleasingly malty, smoky bacon, aniseed, and lemongrass. So I definitely smell the smokiness about it, and the peat. Now that's rounded. There's no harshness there at all, no bitterness at all. That's very rounded. I'll put a bit of water with it just to take the edge off, but and you can smell and taste that the peat, the medicinal coming through now. Smokiness, meaty, more of a savoury flavour, not sweet. Definitely the peat, aniseed. I'm not getting anything in terms of fruitiness or anything like that. But that's very smooth, and that's nice. No harshness. Doesn't last on the tongue too much, as you can imagine, for it's 40%. And it's mentioned complexity, but in my humble opinion, in my palate, it's quite one-dimensional. Yeah, I'm getting savoury flavours there. Not a lot of sweetness, but not bitter. So it's not offensive. So it's smooth. It's got that, you know, Islay is, as I sort of started on my journey, so Islay's obviously renowned for its peated whiskey, so it's got that hint of it, but I said there's not the complexity in there. And as I'm starting to, I had a bottle of Boonahave, and it was only, I think, about a 5 or 6 year old, but that was 46%, so I'm starting to understand the difference between a 40% and a cask strength, or the beginnings of cask strength. So I can understand when people are connoisseurs or sort of whiskey geeks, why, you know, they would not gravitate to this type of strength of whiskey as opposed to the cask strength, because it does come out more. I'm not seeing a lot of oiliness in there. I know I put a bit of water in it. Let's have a look. Maybe some there on the side of the glass. Not a great deal. Now I would imagine, I don't know, it hasn't mentioned it, but they don't mention it. This will be chilled filtered, won't it, because of the way they produce these things. But again, for a rounded, peated whiskey, that is smooth. There's nothing offensive about that at all. You could sit by the fire on a Friday night and really enjoy that. I think it's lacking. So I had a Boonhaven last week, and that's even in its 6th year. I mean, I'm referring back to it because that's where I'm at in my journey. But like Lafroig had more complexity in its taste, as you'd expect, and this is just a little bit short on that. So it's kind of, the smell's there, it's very promising, but it doesn't really deliver, and it goes off the tongue quite quickly. So, but for £17, what do you expect? And it's not offensive, and it's a word I've adopted that word for my whiskey reviews. Yeah, smoke. Slight fruitiness there, citrus, suggestions of it, no sweetness to any degree, but as I say, not bitter, so there's no sharpness, there's no harshness in it. So if you want a cheap alternative to an Islay, I would definitely recommend this. I think in terms of where I'm at with my knowledge and my palate and my understanding of malts is, I'd have to give this a 6 because my expectation of it being something it is, and maybe it's because I've tried a cash strength before this, so I'm starting to wake up to those sort of other notes and those complexities that aren't in these cheaper brands. But certainly, you know, we're all on a budget, and you know, I have to think about spending £50 or £60 on a bottle of cash strength, because you know, you can't have that all. You can't. It's not an everyday drink, is it? But certainly for this and the value for money and its drinkability, I would definitely recommend this. But as I said, not right up there. Not amazing. I've got a bottle that was gifted to me from Asda, which is a rum cask, and that, in terms of its flavour, and I'll do a review of that in a couple of weeks, was a lot more pleasing. So maybe it's my own personal choice. But Glen Marnoch, good solid 6 out of 10. And if you can get it for £17 or £18, there's nothing to be grumbled at. There's this, you know, anyone who likes single malt will drink this and will not shy away from it, and would be quite pleased with the taste. As I said, no harshness in it. They said, yes, the finish, peat smoke lingers with pleasing weight. So pleasing weight, so it's not, as I say, probably suggesting it's not a heavy single malt. It's not cumbersome, doesn't overburn you. That is very, very pleasant on the palate, and I would recommend that, and I'd definitely buy that again. So well done, Aldi. Really enjoyable. And that peated, that medicinal is on the nose, is there. You can smell it, and I'm not getting a bit more sweetness coming through now. I've had a couple more drinks of it, but I'd give a good strong 6 out of 10. I will buy it again. I will be looking at their other 2 of ones, I think the Highland and also this the Islay one. I think they do an Islay one, don't they? But it's definitely a good 6 out of 10. Well done, Aldi. Not too shabby for an £18 bottle of malt whiskey, and definitely very enjoyable. So hopefully you've enjoyed this review, number I think 4 or 5, and definitely go and check it out. Go and check out the Glen Marnoch Peated. It's not a particular, it's a made up name, isn't it, Glen Marnoch, and they've obviously made it sort of give it that Scottish feel. But look at it, you know, for if you want a nice present for someone, you know, if they were into the whiskey, they wouldn't be disappointed with that. It's nice, nicely presented, and as I said, it's not too disappointing. So hopefully you enjoyed this review, And if you like the review, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you really like these videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and put the bell notification on, so as and when I do my next reviews, you'll get an update and can watch me on my single malt journey, and we'll see where it takes us. I'm having fun and I'm enjoying it, and just learn to respect and taste the Scotch malt. Take care, all the best.